The sky is black, not night black, but wrong black. The kind that arrives when something ancient decides humanity was a mistake. Across the city, people are screaming because something worse is loose. A thing born from Venom, but without rules, without even the illusion of morality. And as bodies pile up and chaos spreads, Venom, the monster who once hunted Spider-Man, realizes something terrifying. He is no longer the worst thing out there. Before Venom had a name, before the fangs, there was only a costume. Spider-Man came back from Battleworld wearing a sleek black suit, something sharper, cleaner, almost alive in the way it moved. At first, it felt like perfection, but perfection has a price. Peter Parker didn't build the suit, he found it. During the chaos of the Secret Wars, Spider-Man stumbled upon alien technology and unknowingly bonded with something that wasn't fabric at all. It was alive. And worse, it was learning him. Every swing, every punch, every instinct, the suit absorbed it, studied it, became better at being Spider-Man than Spider-Man himself. At first, Peter didn't notice the danger. The suit made him stronger, faster, sharper. But then came the exhaustion, the blackouts, the realization that the suit was moving, even when he wasn't. It didn't want to be worn, it wanted to bond. And once Peter understood that, he did the only thing he could. He rejected it. But this wasn't a suit. It was a living thing that had just experienced rejection, and it remembered everything. Then it found Eddie Brock, a man already falling apart. Eddie wasn't a hero. He wasn't even stable. He was a journalist whose career collapsed after publishing a false story, only for the truth to be exposed by Spider-Man. His reputation was destroyed, his future erased, and in that ruin, something poisonous took root. Hatred, not just for Spider-Man, for everything he represented, responsibility, truth, justice. Everything Eddie felt had betrayed him. So when the symbiote found him, it wasn't random, it was perfect. Because the symbiote didn't just bring power, it brought Peter Parker's memories, his identity, his weaknesses. Together, Eddie Brock and the symbiote became something new. Not just a villain, not just a monster, but a reflection of Spider-Man's worst mistake. They became Venom. The first time Venom truly emerges, it isn't just an introduction, it's a warning. He knows who Peter is. He can bypass spider sense. He is stronger, bigger, more brutal. And unlike Spider-Man, he doesn't pull his punches, Venom doesn't just fight Peter. He invades his life. He threatens Mary Jane. He turns safety into illusion, and every moment feels like a hunter closing in on prey. But Venom is not mindless. That's what makes him terrifying. He has a code, twisted, violent, unpredictable, but real. In his mind, he isn't the villain. Spider-Man is. And that belief makes him more dangerous than any monster without a conscience. Eventually, something unexpected happens. Venom leaves. Not defeated, not redeemed, just gone. He moves to San Francisco, stepping out of Spider-Man's shadow and into his own story. In Lethal Protector, Venom changes, not completely, not cleanly, but enough. He becomes something closer to an anti-hero, protecting the innocent, but with methods that feel more like punishment than justice. He doesn't save people, he avenges them. And sometimes that difference doesn't matter, sometimes it does. But peace doesn't last, because Venom's existence creates something new, something worse. In a prison cell, a man named Cletus Cassidy shares space with Eddie Brock. Cassidy isn't angry like Eddie, he isn't broken, he isn't even conflicted, he is empty, a serial killer who doesn't need a reason. And when a fragment of the symbiote bonds with him, it doesn't create balance, it creates chaos, pure, unfiltered, unstoppable chaos. Carnage is born, and unlike Venom, he has no rules, no limits, no line he won't cross. If Venom is rage with purpose, Carnage is violence without meaning. What follows is not a fight, it's a massacre. Carnage tears through New York like a disease, building a family of killers and turning the city into a playground of destruction. Spider-Man can't stop him alone. And for the first time, he has to make a choice he never wanted to make. He has to ask Venom for help. Two enemies, one nightmare. Maximum Carnage isn't just a crossover, it's a war. Heroes fall, alliances break, and at the center of it all is a truth. Spider-Man can't ignore anymore. Venom may be a monster, but Carnage is something else entirely, something even monsters fear. Venom and Spider-Man fight side by side, barely. Every moment is tension. Every decision feels like it could collapse the alliance, but together they do the impossible. They stop Carnage for now. And when the dust settles, nothing feels like victory. Because Carnage didn't just appear, he was created. Carnage wasn't an accident. He wasn't a random evolution. He was born from Venom, from the same symbiote that once bonded with Spider-Man, from the same mistake Peter thought he buried. And if Venom is what happens when rage finds purpose, then what does it say about the world and when something like Cletus Kasady becomes its host? Because the truth is, Carnage didn't start in that prison. He didn't start with the symbiote. He started long before that, in a childhood so dark, so violent, so completely broken, that even Venom would look at it and hesitate. So the real question isn't how Carnage was stopped. It's this: what kind of past creates a monster that even monsters can't control? Part 2 is where the real horror begins.